Hi, my name is Buck Smith. I've been with the City of Tigard for just a little over 2 months now, and yeah, I'm happy to be here. Made a little jump from the private side of development where I spent 20 years, and now I'm kind of on the other side. So I'm eager to help out other design professionals who are still on the private side. Primarily, my role is to work with our community development team, and they are the ones that will kind of receive applications for new projects. And I will then kind of research the site and the development and see just what type of public facilities improvements are going to be needed, possibly street widening, new sanitary sewer, water lines, or storm sewer to make sure that our systems has a sufficient capacity to allow for this new development. Yeah, I think the relationship between the city and developers is a very important one because it's really crucial for a city to have developers and people that are eager to say, I want to build and make this community better. So that's the developer side of them being eager to build and do new projects in cities such as Tigard. And I think that one of the biggest roles of the City of Tigard is to find out a little bit more about what the impact of this development is going to have on the community and ensure that community safety is kind of upheld, that get street safety, pedestrian safety, and all the infrastructure is in place to have enough water and sewer capacity to allow for some of these larger developments, and even for some of the smaller ones as well. Regarding the city's ability to deny a development, I think that can happen sometimes, but that would be after generally a land use review to say what you want to do on this project is not conforming with what our zoning laws and regulations are for the city. So in general, that is probably the biggest reason I think that an application would be denied, is that it's not meeting our criteria generally for zoning. From an engineering perspective, it's a little bit more kind of cut and dry of can vehicles get there, are utilities available for it, so that can be a little bit simpler. So from an engineering standpoint, we really wouldn't deny it. I think we're probably more from the side of land use planning if they determine that, yep, it's not what they call a conforming use. I think the typical private development process, I think in my opinion, to be most successful, it's probably best to start out with our community development group in submitting a pre-application conference request. So that's where the developer can prepare a short, small sketch, a little narrative on what they're planning to do, and then that gets sent to our planning group, our community development group, and I'll work with them to analyze it and have a conference with the developer to discuss all the permits that will be needed in order for them to complete this project, and also give them a rough timeline of how long that'll take. Some zoning approvals can go through what's called like a type 1, which is a pretty quick process, all the way up to a type 3, which is a little bit more involved and involves some public hearings. So we like to lay that out to the developer as soon as possible so they have an idea of what the overall timeline of their project is, so they can get all their design professionals in line to get things complete, and generally building before summer when the weather's dry. So that's generally a big priority.